So this is our instron machine. This is a machine that we use to crush things or pull things apart. We could do flexural strength, shear bond strength, compressive strength, many different tests on this machine. So the very first thing, very basic thing, is just to show you how to turn it on. So the on switch for the machine is kind of tucked away back behind here, and just a little on switch right back here. And you turn that on, and you'll start to see the lights blinking, and it takes a couple minutes for everything to turn on. At the same time, you've got to turn on the computer, and we use the program is called Blue Hill. So we double click on this one, Blue Hill. And this program, it happened already to be running. Let me just close it really quick and show you. It takes a little while typically to start up. So it takes maybe a minute or two for that to start up. And while that's starting up, let me show you a couple things about the machine. So there's a couple parts of this. We call this top part here is the load cell. The load cell is what actually measures how much force is being applied in our different tests. So we have 3 different load cells for this machine, and it depends on how much force we want to record. So if we're breaking something that's really, really strong, like we're crushing a zirconia crown, we need the load cell that will measure the highest amount of force. And if we're measuring something that's very weak, like bond strength testing, we want to use a lower load cell because then it can measure more accurately at low loads. So right now we've got the 500 Newton load cell in there, which is the in-between load cell. So that's we've got one that's bigger and one that's smaller. So we keep them down underneath here. So if I look at this load cell under here, on the top of it, it will say 5 kilonewtons. And so that's our biggest load cell. It's 5,000 newtons. So that's what we use when we're breaking something that's really strong. This one is usually pretty good for things that are for lower forces. So now the machine has turned on. So we come over here to the software. We're going to have to put in our username, so everyone will get their own username. I'll put in mine. And only once we've logged into this computer, now this machine will start being responsive. So we can move, now that we're logged in, we can start moving this up and down if we need to. Before we logged into the software, that wouldn't have worked. So now that we're logged in, we're going to have to set up for this machine what we want to do. So different tests have different pieces of equipment that need to be set up,